Enjoying the Vegas ad. There
Oh,
he
yeah.
is.
Whoa, there he is.
What
Yo,
is up,
yo.
Zach? Dr. WagerWire. What is up? Welcome to BVB.
What up? What up? Really happy to be on here, man, on a roll call Friday, too. And show 299. I didn't realize I was going to be on 299.
Yep.
Yeah,
Monday.
it's a big special show. First
Oh,
of
yeah.
all, before the people ask, I'll ask, is doctor your last name and are you a medical professional?
I only play one on TV, but yeah, it actually is my real last name. And, could have been Doctor, but instead went to start a sports betting company instead,
All right. We do our best to tell the folks what WagerWire is, but it's a heck of a lot easier for you considering you are the one that started it and running it. So for those people who are just tuning in first time, what is WagerWire? What are you guys doing and what is coming down the pike for you?
Absolutely, absolutely. So yeah, WagerWire is a marketplace for active sports bets. So what we're building here really is going to be, StubHub for your bets. You could get a fair market price for your bet. You could think of it also as a way to cash out at a fair value instead of taking these cash out offers that the sports books are offering you that are total trash. So really what we're doing is bringing this marketplace into sports books that everyone already bets with. Like we're partnering with sportsbook operators so that you could sell your online and mobile bets on our platform. And then we've got a plug-in version of this too. So you'll be seeing over the next couple of years rolling out, sportsbooks will have this right inside their apps where you can actually now post your bet for sale and buy other people's bets and just create this whole, liquid marketplace around bets is what we're doing.
So it's both paper tickets and virtual tickets. So you can do it like you don't have to have a paper ticket now to kind of put your ticket up for sale on WagerWire.
That's right. I mean, actually, we're not even going to take paper tickets. The whole world is moving towards the online tickets. I think already nationwide, it's 90% of the volume. So what we've really set out to do is take this tech first approach for this. I know there are, this kind of does exist in the paper ticket world where you can sell your bet and mail it out to somebody. But, who's going to the post office these days? I don't go to the post office for much. Definitely not to go mail a bet ticket around. So what we set out to do is really figure out the way to do this for online bets. And, it's not as easy as it sounds to figure that out.
Right.
There's a lot of regulations you have to dig into. And then you got to, have a real tech first approach to it. So that's what me and my co-founders, Travis, who sounds like he's in the brigade today, doing the roll call as well. And my other co-founder, Guy. So we've been building this for a couple years now, and then we're going to be rolling it out. It's starting to, it's going to come to fruition. People will start to see the app this year, and then we'll just keep trying to plug in more and more sports books over time.
Right now that people can go and put their email address in to get updates, right?
That's right.
What's the timeline? Like when someone does that, what are you guys hoping for here in 2023?
So our app should be releasing this spring, pretty soon, pretty shortly. We actually submitted it to the App Store. We're kind of in that App Store purgatory right now, but it should be coming soon. So definitely encourage people, go to the website, wagerwire.com, plug in your email. Also, give us a follow on Twitter. We're real big on Twitter. We've got a good community out there. We're doing Twitter Spaces shows all the time. Would love to have you guys on one soon.
Yeah.
Where would they follow on Twitter, Zach? You got to drop that. These people aren't, listen, they're loyal. They're great people. They're not real good with the spelling or the memory. You got to give it to them like right away. Tell them where to follow you.
At WagerWire for the company, and then you got my at WagerWire CEO up there too. I see.
Yeah, that's for you individually, but the company at WagerWire, very simple.
WagerWire, that's where most of the action happens. That's where we're hosting the shows from and everything like that. Yeah.
All right, so let's pretend that WagerWire is up in you guys. Someone could use it right now as we head towards the NCAA tournament. What types of things are you guys going to make available? Is it all going to be futures? Is it going to be individual games? Like what types of wagers will be available for purchase and/or shopping?
Yeah, so really any bet that our partner sportsbooks originate, we could trade on our site. I think futures and parlays, those are the real obvious stuff, right? You placed your bet early in the year. You predicted that Purdue was going to be really strong this year. Maybe you want to take some chips off the table now, make a little profit. It's basically like people could think of it as another way to not have to really hedge the same way they did before, right? Now if you have a really good future, you placed it earlier in the year, you've got that hedge equity and you can play off of that. But that's actually not super efficient way to do it, right? You got to put up more money onto these other bets. You got to kind of pick which teams to try to hedge on.
Right.
Plus, what if you sold a quarter of your bet, get all your initial money back, and then be able to play the rest of it risk-free? So you're going to actually be able to do like partial sales and fractional stuff.
Oh, okay.
Cool. Yeah.
So is this the part where and Perrault, I did read the rundown. I did check everything, but is this the part where I asked Zach about UCLA being an actual team that could win the whole fucking thing? Oh, he
Yeah.
got his own hats.
Look
The
at
guy
that.
brought
I'm not
hats
a big hat
too.
guy. I'm
Put
not a
that
big
shit
hat
on,
guy,
Zach,
but I
and
had to do
wear
it.
it with
I had to do
pride.
it. Yeah.
Lean forward so the people can see what
Yeah,
that
what
is.
is that?
This
It's a
is
Carolina?
it's a UCLA Bruins hat. It's just a
That's a
pretty
Bruins
old
hat?
one. Yeah, yeah. It's a very old Bruins hat. So I stumped you guys, huh?
Tell them
Wow.
why you think the
Yeah,
Bruins could why wouldn't you sell
yeah.
a UCLA Bruins ticket to win the whole thing right now, Z?
Get
You
out.
know, I feel like we got a pretty good shot at it this year, but we were also favorites pretty early, or we were in the top team start from the start. So you're probably not sitting on a ton of value on your futures if you put them on early in the season with the Bruins. We're kind of right where everyone thought we'd be. But yeah, I do think we're geared up to make a pretty big run. I mean, Arizona scares me a little bit tomorrow night, to be honest with you.
Saturday night, big
Yeah.
game at the Pauley Pavilion. They're going to be
What's
short
that like
favorites.
on? Yeah, what's that like, Zach? You guys are obviously have gone to UCLA, so you guys know the go to Poly. I've never been there. Like, how fun is it to be there? Like, what's the atmosphere like?
Oh man, it's a hell of an atmosphere. Yeah, people will be lining up for a big game like this tomorrow. People will be lining up, way in advance. Maybe even camping out tonight. I wouldn't be shocked. And then they actually revamped the whole stadium a couple years ago too, so it's nice. It's new. I think you can even drink beers in there nowadays too.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh,
We don't need that. We don't need
oh,
that.
all right. Why not? Let's
Which is
go.
kind of rare on a college campus. They got a bar in there for alumni, I think. And yeah, it's a hell of an environment. I was hearing you haven't even been there, Dave, either. I thought I heard that the other
I
day.
have not been there. I've been meaning to get there. I almost wanted to get in the car last night and drive there to go watch them beat Arizona State. Turned out they won and covered. That was pretty easy. The game tomorrow, I will be a little bit busy. I had intentions of coming for the game tomorrow. Now that I know you're a big wig insider alumni guy, I'm going to come and just, find you and then get you to get me the tickets so I could walk into this supposed bar. But me and P. Raw got to cover the UFC tomorrow. So we're going
Right.
to be at the fights. So
Okay. Well,
can't come. But are you coming to town anytime soon for the madness? Like
we'll
what's
get out.
WagerWire got going on maybe for the madness?
Yeah, man, we got to get out there. I know we missed you last time. Yeah, I heard
That's
you were
okay.
busy.
That's
Yeah,
okay. That's okay.
yeah.
You blamed it on us. That's okay. No problem. No problem. We're
Yeah,
15 to 20 minutes away from the strip, and with a little bit of a head in advance, we could make things work. So
let's
we'll get
let's
that
make it
set up.
happen next time. Yeah, absolutely.
100% make it
100%.
happen.
We were
Yes.
playing a little text tag last time. Couldn't quite make it happen. Couldn't align the calendars.
It's
but
Vegas.
We'll
It's
be
Vegas.
there. Yeah, we'll totally be there.
All right,
Yeah.
but before we let you go, I want to talk a little bit about a future wager that kind of give people an example of what we're talking about here with WagerWire, what you guys are going to be able to do. So you identified an email a text tweet from Ben Fox, who works for our friend at VSiN, and a bettor at Caesars made 2 future wagers on the Kings. Okay,
Right.
so this is for
Sacktown?
this. It's on Sacktown.
Like the beam?
$10,000 at 750 to 1 and $8,000 at 350 to 1.
Ooh, you got the hat for this, huh?
Oh, yeah, it's hat for everything. So that would be a combined investment of 18,000 with a $10.3 million return.
kind
Yeah,
of nuts. Kind of nuts.
That's the tweet from our friend Ben Fox.
Yeah.
I love that this guy backed it up after putting 10 grand down at 750. He just doubles down on the 8K at 350. This guy is, not messing around.
Right.
So if you had that ticket, what could you do with it on WagerWire?
Yeah, so I mean that's a prime example, right? Now they've had a great start of the season. I actually went through. We're posting our bet value calculator onto our website just next week, and people will be able to go in and actually type in and find out what the value of their bet is. I plugged this in. This one right now would be worth over 100 grand on a fair market value. I don't know if they're offering this guy a cash out. I think it would be as high as 130 grand on a fair market value. Because now the odds have moved, right? They were 751 back then. Now they're, I think 7,500 the last I saw at Caesars.
Mm-hmm.
So on that exact bet, maybe you want to bank 25 grand of profit, sell a quarter of it, and then let the rest ride. Maybe you want to even sell more than that, depending. I don't know if you believe in the Kings, but they're having a hell of a year. So that's a pretty prime example. Obviously, that's a huge dollar signs on that thing, but
Yeah.
those are tough ones, right? What are you going to do? He's got all this hedge equity. He's got hundreds of thousands of dollars of like hedge equity, but is he going to go put that on the Bucks, the Celtics? Like, what are you really going to do? What if someone out of left field just ends up winning it, and then you didn't hedge on the right team? So
Yeah.
those are the exact kind of situations where being able to sell your bet is just going to open up all this new optionality, all these new strategies you could do.
Last one from me, Z. The chat is going crazy trying to figure out what kind of doctor you would actually be. And I know with the last name Doctor, you've been asked this question before. So I will ask you right now for the brigade because they're like Z, medicinal doctor, Z, other kind of doctor. Someone even threw in gynecologist.
Oh,
I don't know.
all right.
Okay. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Just an
What
amateur.
kind of doctor would you be, sir, if you could be an actual MD?
Oh man, that's a good question. I actually don't get that one that often. I'd be a sports doctor, obviously, right?
Oh, there we go.
I'd be the
Oh,
49ers doctor, that's what I want to
man.
do. 'Cause
Is
we
that
actually-
is it
yeah,
a Garnett jersey signed behind you?
those are both signed behind me. Yeah.
Wow, he has a
Garnett.
Wolves Garnett jersey and a Rice Niners jersey signed
Oh
behind
yeah,
him.
oh yeah. Well, the
So
Rice one, I mean, I grew up in the Bay Area. I actually went to high school with Jerry Rice Jr. and
Oh.
college because he came to UCLA. We were in the same class.
Oh,
So yeah, huge Niners, huge Jerry fan, and then Garnett's just the man. I mean, those T-Wolves years were so epic, and the jersey itself. I love the old T-Wolves.
Zach, go watch the Kevin Garnett Anything is Possible documentary. I just watched it, finished watching it last night. It is amazing. If you like Kevin Garnett, it's
No way.
amazing. And it's more Celtics bullshit for Matt. So that's
Here's what it is.
Right.
Zach, give the website out again for folks that want to go drop their email in there to find out when you guys are going to launch the app.
Absolutely. Go to wagerwire.com, put in your email there, give us a follow on Twitter at WagerWire as well. And you're going to keep seeing us. We're doing these Friday market reports with BVB, so you can definitely keep following the story through BVB here as well. But we should be downloading the app in relatively short order, so it's an exciting time.
Awesome. Zach, thank you for the time, man. Have a good weekend. We'll talk soon, right?
See you, Doctor of Love.
See ya.
That's Zach Doctor from WagerWire CEO joining us here on BVB on Roll Call Friday.
Hey.